Click away for FPL today. Give us a subscribe. Thank you to Thomas McCarthy for pledging on Patreon. What's up guys, and welcome to FPL Today. I'm the man in the know, JNO, and welcome to Points and Performance from Game Week 4, a series where we go into more detail about how I did in Game Week 4 and then start considering the moves we might need to make going into Game Week 5. So if FPL is something you absolutely love and you want in your subscription feed, please do consider subscribing to the channel and also hitting that like button and that notification bell so you can stay notified of FPL Today's videos and also our live streams. Also, all of these stats do come from Fantasy Football Fix, the best website for your fantasy football stats, so you can get a leg up on the competition. Check out this video from them before we get into the video. Use artificial intelligence and Optastats to build your new squad for the new season. Analyse the highest owned players and most popular starting squad currently entered into the FPL. Upload your squad at fantasyfootballfix.com now to improve your FPL performance. Click the link below or head over to fantasyfootballfix.com to get started. So guys, let's get into it, and we first off discuss our rank, which has dropped again, unfortunately, to just over 2 million at 2,062,000, with a game week rank of over 3 million at 3,376,000 odd, with total points of 216, with game week points at 56, which is above the average, but wasn't enough to stop me from dropping in rank significantly. On the plus side though, I do actually feel slightly better about the condition my team is in, and the right captaincy pick would have seen a better result in Game Week 4, so I'm not as down on my team as I was, say, about 2 weeks ago. We start off with the goalkeepers and defence, and we have Nick Pope, who unfortunately couldn't keep a clean sheet against Liverpool. What a surprise there. However, we did get a lot of points from our defenders, as Zinchenko did return a clean sheet, Digne did return an assist, and Trent Alexander-Arnold did both, with an assist, which unfortunately wasn't counted as a goal, because if it had been, that would have been very good for me, and also a clean sheet against Burnley. So very happy with those three in my defence. I feel like as long as Zinchenko keeps his place, that could be my defence for the foreseeable future. If we have a look at Trent Alexander-Arnold's stats, we can see at 7 million, he's managed to return me 11 points, 2 of those being bonus points by getting 1 assist and the clean sheet. He created 3 chances in the game against Burnley, and 2 of those chances were shots on target, which is always a possibility when you have the likes of Mane, Firmino and Salah leading the line. We had expected assists at only 0.2, so it was potentially lucky that we did get an assist in this one, but when Alexander-Arnold attempts as many assists as he does in a game, there's always a chance that you could get lucky. As for Digne, we did manage to get 5 points with 1 bonus point from 1 assist. He had 1 shot on goal, wasn't on target, wasn't from inside the box, no other big details about his attempt on goal. However, did create 2 chances for his teammates, one of those resulting in a shot on target, and expected assist at 0.1. With the likes of Digne and Trent Alexander-Arnold, there's always the chance for attacking returns, as well as the clean sheet, although Everton look less likely to get clean sheets than they did at the beginning of the season. As for Zinchenko, we're not going to go too far into his underlying stats because they weren't really there, but he did get a clean sheet because he is playing for one of the best sides in the league, so points are always welcome no matter how they come. We then look at the midfielders, and it was a story of 2 midfielders returning for me and 2 not. Unfortunately, one of them was wearing my captaincy armband. That was Sterling, only doubling 3 points to 6, which matched Salah's 6 points, which I could have doubled to 12. Unfortunately for me, I've just not been making the right captaincy choices, which is a complete comparison to how I started last season, where I couldn't seem to get the captaincy choice wrong. However, De Bruyne would have been the best captaincy option with 13 points, which would have doubled to 26. So really unfortunate for me, and I do believe Stevo from FPL Elite did think about captaining Kevin De Bruyne and got talked out of it by his stream. So unlucky there, Stevo. But Cantwell as well against West Ham. No Norwich goals. Really wasn't seeing that coming. So very disappointing from the midfield, despite the fact that 2 of them did return. If we have a look at De Bruyne's stats, we can see he got 13 points, 2 of which were bonus points from 1 goal and 1 assist. Shots on goal, he had 4, 1 of them being a big chance, 1 shot on target, with expected goals at 0.5, which is decent, especially for Kevin De Bruyne, who used to be known for shooting from outside the box, but that doesn't seem to be as big an issue this season, with the likes of Rodri there to play the deep-lying midfielder role. He also created 2 chances in the game, with one of those chances being a shot on target with expected assists at 0.2. We then move on to Mohamed Salah's underlying stats, and at 12.5 million, we're expecting a goal threat there. 6 points from 1 assist, no goals unfortunately. Shots he had 3, one of which being a big chance, with 3 shots coming from inside the box, only 2 on target with expected goals at 0.2. I'd like Mohamed Salah's expected goals to be a bit higher than that considering his price tag of 12.5 million. It also doesn't help when the likes of Mane and Firmino are scoring goals and Salah isn't. But swings and roundabouts in game week 3, Salah was the one scoring and Mane wasn't, so this could be a recurring theme throughout the season. Salah also created 4 chances for his teammates, which kind of goes against the fact that a lot of people are calling him greedy after not laying the ball off to Mane. Yes, I agree he should have laid it off to Mane, but I felt he thought he could trick a defender and get a shot away on goal, and was trying to get his goal in the game while the likes of Mane and Firmino had already scored. Is it potentially selfish? Yes. Do I want him to be selfish as I've got him in my side? Yes. 3 of the chances he created were shots on target, and he had expected assists, the same as his expected goals at 0.2. We then go on to the strikers, and there isn't much to talk about here. I'm pretty perplexed at how Norwich didn't do better against West Ham. Yes, I follow West Ham. I'm still perplexed at how Norwich didn't do better against West Ham. I joined the Pukki Party and it just didn't go my way at all. Vardy, meanwhile, had a party. That's the story of my season, pretty much. Deulofeu, last legs, he will be gone at some point. I don't know when, but he still hasn't been able to return. And Barnes, it was against Liverpool, so it was a tough fixture. And after his return last week, I've got a bit more patience with Barnes, and the fixtures are starting to look good for Burnley. So Barnes is the one I have a little bit of faith in. But there's no reason for me to go into the underlying stats for these front 3 because they were pretty poor, to be fair. So the star players were Kevin De Bruyne and Trent Alexander-Arnold, which is good because they are 2 of my more expensive players in their positions. It would have been nice if I got the captaincy call right. Unfortunately, I put it on the worst of my most expensive players. But we live and we learn, and unfortunately that could just be the story of my season, getting the captaincy calls wrong. As for my bench, at least there was no one on my bench that scored considerably higher points than anyone in my starting 11. Button, we're not expecting any points from. Rico didn't start. Harry Wilson actually got the start, and Harry Wilson does look like a decent player who I am going to be looking into more, especially if Bournemouth get a good run of fixtures. As for the 2 that did play, Dendoncker is one of those players that potentially could move on for a bit more of an expensive midfielder because Europa League looks like it's going to cause rotation at Wolves. And then Lundstrom, he's 4.2 million, so I'm okay if he doesn't get points. We were a bit spoilt with some of his points earlier in the season, but now 1 point return. I'm glad I didn't put him into my starting 11 when all 3 of my main price defenders did return points. Anyway guys, that is it for this points and performance video. Hopefully this is a little bit shorter because I didn't want to go on for too long, and I hopefully will get into some more content around players to pick for your sides and to keep an eye on after we have had 4 game weeks worth of data. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more live streams as well, and do go and check out Fantasy Football Fix, who provided the stats for this video. But most importantly, if you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell so you are informed when my videos go live and also when my live streams go live, and also hit that like button to support the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.